All right. We've got quite a few teams. Had a little bit of a technical difficulties there, but we were able to fix them really quickly before these teams actually started fighting and battling it out for the cash prize tonight. We've got quite a few teams here. We've got like 20 something plus teams playing tonight. We've got a full house and a full crowd. We've got quite a few that are in the Rozhok school area right off the bat. We might see some action between those group of teams there. We've got Yasnaya Polyana. We've got 3 teams there. We've got teams in Gatka. We've got teams all over the place tonight. So let's just pick a place and we're gonna jump down. Let's go to Rozhok, where it looks like we're gonna be able to get some quick action here. And we are in team 23. Let's get these slots up on there. That's gonna be team 23 is gonna be Toxic. They are already down a player really quickly here. And Inhuman Esports Team 12 is who they are taking on. So Inhuman is already up to 2 eliminations. They do have Smarty here that is needing to heal up fairly quickly, really low on health. And we've got people that are dropping like flies already. We're going to head over to Yasnaya Polyana, where we have Twisted. And Twisted does have a member down. Luco is down. I believe I thought I heard a grenade going, but it was just a smoke grenade, and they're going to be taking on a Fate just across the, just a little ways down the road. We're going to have Fate taking on Team 10, Counting Stars. And as you can see off at the distance there, if you can't see, they are driving right on by way out there in the, that is going to be Team 6 Hated. And they're just going to kind of slide on by. None of these teams actually saw them at all. Vampire is down with Fate. Ace is down with Fate. It is going to be up to Liability. Can they get it? Very nice. Back and forth. Liability goes down. Fate is already losing a members. Void is the last one that is gonna be still standing if Vampire can get healed up, but it is going to be a risky move here for Void to be able to drop back and actually try to get the revive on Vampire. Beautiful grenade, but didn't quite hit the mark on Void. Oh, and Fate is down and out. They are going to be our very first team, full team, that is out tonight for match number 1. Heading right back over to Team Toxic. They have lost all of their members except for one. Aim Low is the last one that is going to still be standing for Toxic. And just on the other side of Rozhok, the school hill, you have Dope, and right below them it's going to be 4 Cute Eboys, and that's going to be Hated. All right, Hate from Dope is down. Are they going to? Looks like they are definitely going to be able to get this revive. So Dope is going to be staying as a full squad. Aim low, just kind of waiting it out, kind of setting good grenade from sus there, or Sue 57. All right, Dope is really pushing in. Red flag coming up behind, trying to help provide a little bit of backup for Sue 57 there. And Sue drops back. Red flag drops and gets taken down. Dope is on the move, and they are pushing really quick. And it looks like Team 4 is going to be down and out. They're going to be our second full team here. Nucleotide starting this match with being just a team of 3, has 3 eliminations right off the bat. Now making that 4 there. This duo team is already with 4 eliminations on the board, but they've got to be really careful. Team 20 is approaching. That's going to be xstar. They're coming in a full squad. Now, let's see if Nucleotide can hold up against a full squad here. All right, you've got 3 members in one building, and then you have another member of a star that is in another building. Nucleotide is semi-surrounded. I mean, they could jump out one of the sides here, kind of towards the back, but if they decide to take that risk, they might lose it. And Attic was able to get on top of the roof, of which Nucleotide is in, trying to get some angles. Only if he had a really good grenade, might be able to get a grenade in there, bounce it off the wall a few times, and get it down there inside the room, of which Nucleotide is holding up. Star quickly pushing up through and Nucleotide down and out. All right, all of that shooting that's going on here at the apartments of school has attracted Dope. Dope is quickly going to be moving in through. Oh, Hate gets answered right there at the door with a DBS in hand. Hate with the Dope is going to be down and out. And it looks like out of all of that, they have Star are been eliminated. And out of all of that, Dope only lost 1 of their players. So they're going to be moving forward with being a team of 3. Havoc with the shotgun, nicely done, has 6 eliminations. Geo coming in with a shotgun. Rival 6 with 4 eliminations, and they have lost 2 of their members, so they're going to be moving forward as a team, as a duo team. Let's see, who did they just take out? We've lost quite a few teams already. We do have Toxic Aimlo that is still sitting as a solo, but is moving forward, just kind of staying alive, working the zone, doing their thing for Rogue Men. Broken Spirits just trying to get through. Demon laying down the fire. Broken Spirits, it kind of has nowhere really to go here. They decided to drive to the edge here. All right, Broken Spirits with 3 eliminations. Oh, Demon coming in full send right in the middle. And Broken Spirits are gonna look like they're gonna be down really quickly here. And Broken Spirits it out. Demon said, I'm gonna full send this and go straight for him, and was able to take out a few players in the process. Did an excellent job there. All right, our zone. We got 10 teams that still remain, and we've got a little bit of zone. So Ruins and Pachinki are both kind of still in here, but there's a lot of land between these, a lot of wide open area. And there's not a lot of cover that's in between these two. So these teams are going to be kind of out there in the open. So any team that kind of sits kind of in the Ruins area, maybe even up here close to the center zone, might actually have a really good advantage if they kind of sit there on the road here. Maybe kind of over here where Dope is at right now. And they're up there at the church in Pachinki. All right, Hated kind of holding up. Did pick a good little set of houses here, just barely outside of the Pachinki area. Kind of in there, over there in the squad house there. All right, 9 teams remain, and Toxic Aim Low is still alive. What's good? They do have a member that is down and is being healed up very nicely. They do also have a member who is kind of disconnected. Hopefully they can rejoin, come back in, and get inside this match and be able to keep What's Good as a full squad. And they do have 6 eliminations. All right, 4 Rogue Men making their way in. They are in zone, but they are just kind of making their way in a little bit closer. We're down to 8 teams remain. And again, we are still sitting. These teams are going to be sitting out in the open. Benke does have a really good position, kind of like the only house there that's that's inside zone, but still very close. So what's good is going to be taking up these group of houses. They're not out there in the center. They're not too close, but they do have enough buildings and cover that they can kind of stay in. All right, Hated. They're kind of out there in some buildings as well. Well, they're just north of, just kind of outside the Pachinki area, but they are kind of in that center area. And our zone does shift, still leaving a lot of open area. All right, a member of What's Good kind of rolled in right on top of Hated and Dope. Let's see, as you can see, there's not a lot of cover. There are a few little houses that are still available for these teams to get in, but it is almost in the wide open. So with the zone kind of being in a wide open area, we're going to see a lot of grenades, a lot of smoke grenades and mollies, just to kind of help out with distraction and maybe even trying to move in and close the distance between some of these teams. All right, 4 rogue men kind of still out there. They are sitting as a full squad with 4 eliminations. All right, aim low. Definitely gonna take these houses. Definitely has to be really careful here out there in the open. Because you have velocity that's just inside a zone. All right, 4 rogue men kind of working their way into zone. We got Counting Stars as a team of 3. They have made it all the way to the top 10 with 1 elimination. They are playing that zone. They are doing it nice and steady, nice and slow. All right, we have a Dope and a Hated here, really very close to one another. Might see a little bit of shots there, but and aim low just now been taken out, so Toxic is now down and out. Counting Stars member down, and it looks like they're going to be down and out. Nexus OP. Last one still standing for Entity Gaming. Six teams remain. We've got a handful of teams that are still remaining that are sitting as a solo. Oh, long range shots there. All right, 4 rogue men still hated. 4 rogue men. Velocity. We got 4 teams that remain, and hated is the team with the most players. They are still sitting as a full squad. And then you have Velocity that is also sitting as a full squad. So we've got 2 teams that are full squad and 2 teams that are going to be a team of 3. All right, the Velocity just kind of just outside the zone. They do have a little bit of a hilltop, which gives them a little bit of cover, but not too much though. They are kind of surrounded a little bit with 4 rogue men that are just out there in front of them. Zoopy there, kind of off to the left there, dealing with Hated, as Hated is going to be making their way into zone. Let's hopefully Zoopy can keep them at bay here, as Hated is going to be pushing it in. Zoopy said, nah, I'm getting out of there. Too many people coming in. Alright, Zoopy gonna run right into, get dangerously close to 4 rogue men. We still have 4 teams that remain. Alright, teams are starting to quickly push into zone. We're at 4 teams, and it is about to get absolutely crazy here. Hated coming in, taking out Zoopy, looks like. No. Velocity was able to take a member out of with Hated. 4 teams still remain. 4 rogue men, and they may be down and out here very quickly, and they are down and out. We're now down to 3. Dope, Velocity, and Hated. Velocity still stands with a full squad. Alright, Hated, Thirsty, last one still stands for Team 6. Alright, Velocity's kind of in a pinch here. Some of their members are low in health. Alright, the zone closing in. Thirsty is still out there. Thirsty goes, looks like maybe down and out to zone. Trying to hang on to what they can before going out to the zone. Thirsty is definitely trying to stay alive. Now we're down to 2 teams. Alright. Little bitty circle. Two teams, both equally matched teams. Who's it gonna be? Velocity with a team of 4, or Dope that is a team of 3 right now? Two Real is down with Dope. Winner's trying to get a revive. Zoopy trying to move in. Winner was able to get the revive on Two Real. And a good grenade, well placed. Takes out GG's. Nicely done. Alright, Velocity coming in first. Dope coming in second. Hated coming in third. 4 Rogue Men coming in fourth. What's Good coming in fifth. Entity Gaming coming in sixth. Toxic coming in eighth. We'll get the team name for 7 here momentarily. Rival 6 coming in ninth. Twisted Militia coming in 10th. Broken Spirits coming in 11th. The Most Wanted coming in 12th. Inhuman coming in 13th. xstar coming in 14th. A Golden Fire coming in 15th. Nucleotide coming in 16th. Kings of Heaven coming in 17th. Extreme Rain coming in 18th. There's a 19 and 20. Fate coming in 20th. Red Alert coming in 19th. Havoc going all out. Has 11 eliminations. Best Companion with 2 rescues goes to Winner with Dope. And Kuzi with Velocity, bringing that chicken dinner for Velocity for match number 1. Hang tight, we'll get you here in match number 2 as quickly as we can. All right. Here we go with match number 2. We're here in Vinkindi. It is gonna be frigidly cold, and it's only gonna be about negative 69 degrees here in Vinkindi. We're gonna have a really good flight path coming out of Dobro all the way down through the castle out to the east side. Cement factory is actually in play here. We might see some teams jump down. Cosmodrome is out there just a little ways, but not too far for some of these teams to jump out, potentially grab a vehicle and move out in that direction. Hot Springs is in this as well, very close to the flight path. A villa directly below this flight path. You got a Dino Park that's a little ways, and you got a winery towards the south that is very reachable and doable here for some of these teams that want to go down to the winery. We've also got coal mine that's up there as well. These teams can jump down with this flight path. We could very well see a 50-50 split of teams kind of going to that north-northeast and staying kind of towards the south-southwest. And it looks like Team 19 Entity Gaming jumped out really quick, really fast, and is in Dobro. But let's go ahead right over here into Villa, where we've got 3 teams that are possibly 4. Just 3 teams that are battling it out here. We've got Team 10 Counting Stars. We've got Fate. And where's our other one? And there we've got Team 13. And that's going to be the Most Wanted. Fate with a member down. Most Wanted moving really quickly, really fast into the area. Gets both drops there. And Nike Boys almost lost the life there, but definitely had his teammates there to back him up coming in. All right, Fate Vampire looks like it's gonna be the last one still standing. A Most Wanted quickly pushing around Villa, taking out teams. We've got all over the place here. All right, none of our full teams yet have been eliminated, so we are still sitting with 20 teams here. Maybe missing a few, but that'd be all right. All right, let's go check that. We have a very south zone, kind of towards the winery. We could see, very well, could see our zone towards closing in on a winery. Let's go drop down in there real quick. We've got Team 8, Kings of Heaven. And What's Good? Let's go check out What's Good. They are sitting as a full squad, as well as Kings of Heaven. Our team's still in Villa, duking and battling it out. Let's head over to Padavasto with Golden Fire. And Nucleotide, team of 3, it looks like. Let's check it out. They are sitting as a full squad this match. All right, Hated has started out match 2 being a team of 3 and is already down to a single player. Inhuman, team 12, full squad, 1 elimination. Nucleotide has a member down here. And they're going to get that revive, and then Hated is going to be down and out. Fate has been eliminated, and the most wanted Team 13 have been eliminated. We have now lost 3 of our teams. We're down to 17 teams that remain. All right, Toxic Team 23 still alive as well. All right, headed back over to Villa. Looks like we've got Team 21 and Twisted. Yep, Team 21 Twisted moving in. Counting Star is down to a last one, and they're going to be down and out. All right, 2 teams now remain inside of Villa. Looks like Dope cleaned house there very quickly. They have 2 eliminations. But Twisted moving in, being a full squad. Ah, Punk is down. What happened? All right, are they gonna be able to get the revive on Punk? But it looks like it. Looks like Puggy G coming in with a revive. And Dope still sits as a full squad. Ooh. Verk is down and out. Gonna be, looks like. Su-57 laying down the fire. Ooh, drops winner. Long range. Very steady aim there. Our red flag is dropped. There's no one in sight for red flag to be revived here. Possibly. Just might. Is the teammate going to be able to get in? It's going to be hard. Dope is right there on top. Winner is back up on her feet. Havoc getting healed up. Hate coming in, sealing that kill. And Hate almost got taken out there. Su-57 definitely laying it down. Does have 1 elimination. All right, our zone is still staying towards that south side, keeping Winery in a play for these teams. All right, a Golden Fire out here in the blue zone. They do have 7 eliminations, sitting as a team of 3 right now. And they're going to be taking on Broken Spirits. Now, Golden Fire with a team of 3. And Broken Spirits being a team of 2 with 1 elimination. They are outnumbered. Golden Fire does have them outnumbered here. But both of these teams are going at it with each other, are also dealing with that blue zone. That blue zone, as soon as it gets to the very next stage, its zone is going to be hurting a lot. So these two teams are going to have to quickly figure out what they need to do if they're going to be able to try to hop in the vehicle that is there, take the risk for the vehicle, or are they going to try to move out and make it around, trying to get into the next stage. All right, both of these teams are going to have to carefully watch their health because that zone is moving in. All right, off is down. Dom is down with Golden Fire. Are they going to make a push up the stairs? And off is been eliminated. So team 3, Broken Spirits, are down and out for match 2 here. All right, so Golden Fire is able to get that vehicle, and they are going to get into zone. And a red alert coming in, getting into zone as well. They are sitting as a solo. We have quite a few teams that are still stands with full squads. All right. Kings of Heaven. We could see them potentially drop back down to back into the winery area, kind of giving those teams that are just north of them the ability to be able to kind of push down towards them. With them being almost a center zone, they've got to be careful with teams that could roll in behind them, coming kind of out of the winery area. But most of the teams are still kind of in that northern area of the zone, the remaining of the zone here. Got Velocity kind of hanging back very close to the zone, so they are able to kind of slide right on into the zone if need be. And that zone is moving in as well, so they're going to be making their way into zone, and they're going to kind of stay towards the water side. And this does provide a little bit of advantage here, as that only teams that's going to be coming towards them are going to be teams coming from the north side of them. No teams are going to be coming from the water. All right, we've got Toxic. They're going with the team 21 Twisted. Toxic with a full squad, currently 0 eliminations, but they do have plenty of time to be able to get those eliminations for the team. Alright, Twisted, 3 eliminations, sitting as a team of 3. Are they going to be able to hold their own here with Toxic? Just off of the distance, you can see Team 19, Entity Gaming, kind of waiting and playing it out, trying to find that prime opportunity to be able to come in for a third party. Let's get y'all back there into the action. All right, Toxic with 2 of their members have been eliminated. They're down to at least 2. If they can get a revive here, and they do, so they're going to be back up to a duo team with 4 eliminations. Coming in is going to be Team 20 as well. Team 20's Star coming in, pushing right into zone, right on top of a Toxic there. Star has plenty of time to be able to get some eliminations. They are sitting as a full squad with currently with 1 elimination. All right, Silas there with a good grenade, well placed, was able to get a little bit of damage on a 2 of their members and did get a little more damage. Entity Gaming, Wolf out there picking off teams players one by one. Loosh is down for a Toxic. Loosh is going to be revived, and this is going to be still keeping Toxic as a duo team here. Headed right down into just as this, we're kind of north-ish of a winery. We've got Dope with 4 eliminations of 7 eliminations. Nicely done. They definitely quickly came in, moved in, and took out. Who was it that they just took out? It's gonna be, I believe, it was Team 10, Counting Star. All right, Dope with 7 eliminations. I believe they have the most eliminations for the team, for these teams right now. Entity Gaming still sitting as that full squad, 4 eliminations. Loosh is down again. Can Silas get the revive? And a Toxic is going to be down and out. And a Star with 3 eliminations, and we're down to just 4 teams left that remain. Nexus kind of moving in, laying low a little bit, but is absolutely a little dangerously close to Star up there. Team at 20, where they're going to definitely be outnumbered. All right, Dope kind of in the area as well. Not a lot of cover provided here for these teams. All right, Velocity looks like they're going to be closing in, but Dope might actually hold them at bay and kind of keep them out there in that outside the zone. Dope is going to be right in the middle of all of this action. They're kind of at dead center, but these teams are quickly closing in kind of towards their area. So they may be in trouble being out here in the open with just the rocks and stuff to kind of keep them from being shot at. Havoc almost gets taken out. Dope is definitely in a bind here. These other three teams are quickly kind of rotating around. We've got Wolf that's gonna looks like Wolf is making a hard push, kind of moving in on Dope with a grenade in hand. One good grenade could definitely ruin Dope there. Wolf gets grenaded. They're out a molly as well. Ace with a molly. Wolf trying to move in, trying to drop some grenades. Ace gets dropped. All right, will Wolf be able to get the revive? Wolf just barely makes it and is able to quickly get the revive, and a grenade. It does catch them both. And a Velocity very quickly there to be able to grab those 2 kills. All right, Velocity down to a single solo player. They have a total of 6 eliminations. Dope is definitely doing a really good job kind of holding up the center of the zone. The zone does shift. Again, they do have the zone, so these teams are going to have to move in right into where they are at. They do have a little bit of cover here, but not too much. Nexus moving in, trying to get a little bit closer to Dope, trying to get those grenades and or mollies out. Three teams are remaining, and a Dope still sitting pretty out there with 9 eliminations. Can they hold it? Can they take the chicken dinner for match 2 here? All right, Star Team 20 is in a pinch and a bind. They are losing players really quickly. Entity Gaming with the 2 members, or 1 member still alive and still standing. Dope trying to definitely pull it in. Entity Gaming down and out. Star Team 20 last They've got 3 members that still remain. Dope could easily get a grenade and or molly out there and get all 3 of these. This is going to be a 3v3 all out. Addiction is down and maybe out. So this is now a 3v2. Hate moving around. Lean is down. Crazy last one kind of still stands. Dope is pushing really hard on this. Can Crazy get the and Crazy is down and out. GG's to Dope taking that chicken dinner with 13 eliminations. Star coming in second, Entity coming in third, Velocity coming in fourth, Toxic coming in fifth, Red Alert coming in sixth, Kings of Heaven coming in seventh, Twisted coming in eighth, Golden Fire coming in ninth, Broken Spirits coming in 10th, Rival 6 coming in 11th, Inhuman coming in 12th, Rain coming in 13th, 4 Rogue Men coming in 14th, Nucleotide coming in 15th, TG, I believe, coming in 16th, What's Good coming in 17th, Hated coming in 18th, The Most Wanted coming in 19th, Fate coming in 20th. Dope Hate going all out with 5 eliminations. Dope winner with the best companion with 3 rescues and 2 real from Dope, taking and dealing that final kill, giving Dope Esports the chicken dinner for match 2. All right, we'll get you here very momentarily, very quickly as we can into match 3. Y'all hang tight and stay with us. All right, Myanmar it is. We went from being extremely cold. Now it's going to be 666 degrees. Here in Myanmar, we've got a Los Llanos just south of Los Llanos, all the way up through the El Pozo area and all the way out to the northwest side. Now with the Los Llanos power grid, El Pozo, all kind of big places in this flight path. We also have San Martin Hacienda water treatment. We've got some really good places for these teams to jump down, loot up, grab what they need. But from our first two, we're going to see a lot of these teams just kind of take it slow, kind of slow down a little bit, because this is a very large map and it's also a very large land map. So a lot of these teams are going to kind of take it a little bit slower than our first two. We might see some teams jump right on top of each other, but there's a lot of places for these teams to get down, get what they need, and just kind of take their time. There's also a lot of high places, a lot of mountaintops, a lot of rocks and stuff for these teams to get on top and become a very sniper's paradise. And you'll be sent back to the lobby before you even know where that bullet is going to be coming from. With that also being said, these teams are going to have to pay attention, not just what's out there, kind of that 50 to 100 meters, but out there a little bit farther, kind of towards the 150 to even out to 250 meters, maybe out even a little bit farther. So, and we do have our teams kind of staying really close to this flight path, so we're going to very well could see a lot of these teams being jumped right on top of each other. And our very first zone is going to be kind of towards the south of the map here. Los Llanos in the zone, we could see teams kind of go there. We have two teams in Picado. We have a few teams, quite a few teams that are in the San Martin Hacienda. We've got teams here in Chamorro. And we've got fight going on already. With Twisted. Pudgy G is down, it looks like. And has been eliminated. Punk is down as well. Alright, Fate is up to 2 eliminations already. We'll keep an eye on them really quickly. Let's hop over into Picado, where we have Kings of Heaven and Rain. And Extreme Rain here, starting out this match 3 being a team of 3. And they're going to be outnumbered. Hopefully, they can take on Kings of Heaven here and be able to quickly eliminate them. But they are going to be outnumbered. Headed right back over. Team 21 may be our first team out. Twisted may be the first one out here for match 2. Let's check, make sure we have no other teams taken out. We do not. We're still sitting with 20 teams. Hayes definitely makes the right decision and is going to be moving out of that area. All right, jumping over into the Hacienda San Martin. We're going to drop in on Toxic. Full squad. Currently 0 eliminations, but they have plenty of time and they do have teams are rolling in. We have a Rival 6, team of 3 for match 3. As well, we have Entity Gaming. Aim assist, getting a couple shots in. Aim low is down. Aim assist is down. Acilius, kind of the last one still standing. Can Acilius come in and with a clutch here? And absolutely not. That was a very good grenade right out that window. So Inhuman is going to be our first team out, followed really closely there with Toxic Team 23 down and out. We've got 2 teams that have been eliminated. We are up down to 18 teams that remain. We've got teams going on in Los Llanos. Let's go drop in with what's good. What's good with one of their members has been eliminated. They do have a member that has been knocked, and 2 that are still standing. It looks like they're going to get that revive, so they're going to be back up to just a team of 3 very quickly here. Nick Boys with the most wanted is down, but it looks like Lucho is going to be coming in with a revive. You have Ali kind of hanging tight, kind of hanging out in that area, kind of making sure. That's Santi? Maybe if I pronounced that wrong, I do apologize. I must say it's Santi. Alright, what's good? Looks like they are still sitting in that team of 3, but they are kind of pinned down and unable to kind of get up the mountain here with the most wanted that is right there on top. Headed it back over to Bacado. Extreme Rain with a member down, and is it going to be revived very quickly here? Seven has been dropped. This is going to be a challenger revive. And Venom quickly trying to get up the stairs and get a revive on 7. 7 is going to be revived. So Kings of Heaven are going to be sitting back with that full squad. Alright, Hayes is still alive. Hayes is down and out. Fate with 4 eliminations, and they're sitting as a team of 3. Autumn with what's good is going to be down and out. So what's good going to be moving forward as a duo here with 0 eliminations. All right, our zone shifts, keeping Picado power grid. A little bit of Los Llanos still in play. Benke with a grenade. Doesn't get any hits there. Ali and Santi both inside the building with what's good. Oh, Ali not paying attention and gets taken out by 4 rogue men coming in from behind and quickly getting a single elimination. And Asante seals the deal there and is able to get some eliminations. The most wanted up to 4 eliminations. Headed back over quickly, heading over with the Fate, where they've got a Golden Fire that is coming in. Vampire, last one, still stands for Fate. And Vampire is on fire and is quickly extinguished the fire there and is going to be healing back up. Oh, DBS in hand, can he? Is down and out. That DBS was not that well right there. But that DBS in hand and close is definitely very brutal. Alright, 4 rogue men. They did have a full squad coming in here. And they're a duo with 3 eliminations. Oh, Demon with the SK-12. Another deadly shotgun that is deadly up close and personal. Broken Spirits, 4 eliminations, and they are sitting as a duo. Alright, and dropping in with a Nucleotide. 4 eliminations, sitting as a team of 3. Entity up there on the ridge. They're on a hill right there behind, overwatching. Nexus did get tagged there just a little bit. Ace and Wolf both have the high ground. Let's go drop in with Wolf. Let's see. Wolf has a good scope there. Let's drop in with Ace. Ace with a 4 times as well. Both Wolf and Ace have scope, so they are going to be able to provide that overfire. We're down to 9 teams for match 3. Geo trying to get some shots. Couldn't quite get any shots there. And did get hit quite a bit. And Hunter with Entity is going to be rotating around. Possibly trying to get into zone a little bit. Kind of provide a little bit of help here by trying to potentially keep the team alive and getting in that top 5. And dropping in onto a Golden Fire. They are 3 eliminations and a team of 3. And our zone shifts. Golden Fire back up to a team of 3 here. All right, our teams are going to be rotating in. And now with our zone to where it is, there are 4 buildings, 4 separate buildings these teams can get in. They've got one right here. They've got one right here. They've got one right there where Zoopy is starting to move in. And then you have 2 that are across the way. If teams can get in here very quickly, they could take on those buildings, hold them down, and be able to provide a little bit of cover for them. And also an advantage to be able to see kind of what is going on out there in the center. All right, xstar has quickly claimed one of those buildings just down the hill from them. As you can see, Velocity is going to be taking that other set of buildings I was talking about as well. Now we can potentially see a Golden Fire kind of go around, maybe even get here just on the hilltop right above the L here. Entity Gaming moving in. Looks like a Golden Fire decided to move right on top of Star. And 2 of the members of Golden Fire did take up that little hilltop right there, right before moving in. Let's see if Golden Fire can take out Star. Alright, Golden Fire doing some work here, trying to get a little bit closer, but the grenades that are being thrown are keeping them back. Alright, both Star and Velocity both have the only two set of buildings that are still in play here. We're down to 6 teams that remain. We do have a lot of other land that is still available. And Bot trying to get some shots in here. Wolf coming in with a revive. And Kings of Heaven coming in. Wolf just misses being ran over. 7 moving in very quickly. GG's. Entity Gaming, nicely done. They did hold their own there for quite a bit. Wolf was definitely trying to lay down some fire, trying to take out Kings of Heaven. 4 teams remain and 4 rogue men. It is sitting as a solo with 7 eliminations total for the team. And Gotra here, definitely with 5 eliminations. Kings of Heaven with a member down. That is going to be a very tough revive, being out there in the blue zone. Velocity up to 3 eliminations now. Kings of Heaven rotated around. They do have a good position here on Velocity. Zoopy moving in just a little bit closer and is able to get into the zone. Star Team 20 still sitting as a full squad. They are definitely going to be outnumbering the remaining teams. Can they hold their own against these other teams that are going to be slightly undergunned? Seven moving in really quickly. Seven popping that grenade. 7 gets hit and is taken out. And on the way out, was able to take out a member from Star. Star is now going to be a team of 3. We're down to 2 teams that remain. Star still outnumbers. Velocity being a duo. Can they take on Addictions? rotating around, definitely getting a better angle, could easily take out Velocity here. Zoopy very low in health. Can they move in and be able to finish Velocity off? And bot laying down some fire. Triple fours moving in. SK12. GG's and nicely done. Star coming in first, taking that chicken dinner. Velocity coming in second. Kings of Heaven coming in third. 4 Rogue Men coming in fourth. Golden Fire coming in fifth. Entity Gaming coming in sixth. Broken Spirits coming in seventh. Nucleotide coming in eighth. Rival 6 coming in ninth. Fate coming in 11th. The Most Wanted coming in 12th. Rain coming in 13th. What's Good coming in 14th. Hated coming in 15th. Red Alert coming in 16th. Dope coming in 17th. Twisted coming in 18th. Toxic coming in 19th. Inhumane coming in 20th. Go Truck with 4 Rogue Men with going all out with 6 eliminations. They definitely put in some work. They did keep the team alive long enough to be coming in to 4th place. Wolf coming in with the best companion with the 2 revives, and Rosie coming and giving the chicken and dinner for Star. All right, we're going to get you here very quickly, momentarily into match 4. Y'all hang tight. All right, our last match for tonight, we're going to be here in Sandhawk. Sandhawk now being one of the smaller maps and also a very small land map. With this, we are going to see quite a few teams that could be jumping right on top of each other, could see some very quick action. It doesn't matter what flight path that's going to become. Paradise Resort, Boot Camp, and Pan Am are three hotspots for teams that jump down, loot up, grab what they want. And they're going to be very close to this flight path, so these teams will be able to jump out there with ease and get out there. Pan Am being in the right in this flight path, and we've got quite a few teams that are jumping off really quickly off of this plane. We got Chamois. We might see some teams go to Chamois. It looks like we do have a few teams going there. We'll keep an eye on Chamois as the plane does progress to the end of the flight path. And it looks like we are going to have quite a few teams flying right into Boot Camp. And it looks like a Boot Camp is going to be a hot spot. We also have two teams down in Pan Am. We'll drop in on them. We got Chamois, Pan Am, Boot Camp. Boot Camp is going to be our hot spot right off the bat. We're going to go jump right over here. We have 5 teams that are inside the Boot Camp. It is going to be an all-out massacre here. Kings of Heaven, they got a member down. It looks like they are going to be getting revived. So 7 is going to be back up on their feet. Definitely need to find some health there. Need Sleep is down and looks like maybe disconnected. Hopefully they will return and come back here and keeping a star as a duo team here, starting with match 4 here. Oh, Team 15, Rain. All right. Doesn't look like they're going to be coming back anytime soon. Hopefully they do. Rival 6 getting taken out. Hated coming in. Rival 6 starting out match 4 being a team of 3. Now down to a duo. Good grenade. It does get it inside. Does get a little bit of damage. Not too much though. Rival 6 down and out. Are they going to be our first team out tonight? They are going to be maybe our second team out. So the most wanted Team 13 has been eliminated as well. We still have teams down here in Pan Am. Let's go drop there real quick. Broken Spirits down a member. So they're going to be moving forward as a team of 3. They might have lost another one of their members. They are in trouble now. And it looks like they're going to be losing another member. Teddy kind of hanging out towards away from the action that is going on. Kind of doing that, the snipers there. But it has decided just to leave the area. Doesn't want to be part of that. But Golden Fire quickly moving in. All right, Teddy is going to be getting out of there, rotating around. And a Broken Spirits, Teddy is going to be the last one, still stands. All right, we had 4 teams inside of Boot Camp. We are now down to just 2, Hated and Kings of Heaven. Teddy with a drop and a knock and a finish kill, and then is taken out. So Golden Fire gonna be moving forward with just being a team of 3, but they do have 4 eliminations. Headed down into a chamois area. Let's go drop in with 4 rogue men. 4 rogue men has a member that's disconnected. Hopefully they do come back in time to be able to keep 4 rogue men, a full squad. And up on the hill, you have a star that is moving out of the chamois area. We are quickly down to 14 teams that are remaining. And Velocity over there in the Camp Bravo. They do have that area kind of to themselves right now. Golden Fire moving into a boot camp. Seven is down. Has maybe down as well and is out. And so is 7. So Kings of Heaven gonna be a only person that is still alive. They're gonna have 1. FR 3x4, last one that is still, was not paying attention there and ran right in and was quickly taken out. Hated lost a member right there. That was very tragic. Was not paying attention, ran right on in. Spotty. 3x4 wraps around the corner and definitely gets another kill there. And then taking out Spotty with the DBS and finishes that confirmed kill. Hated it now down to just a solo. This is going to be a 1v1, but Golden Fire that is entering a boot camp now is going to be coming in as a duo. And we have Fate that's starting to join the boot camp fight. And they are going to be a team of 3. They started out match 4 being a team of 3, and they are still a team of 3 with 0 eliminations. Coming in as well, joining the boot camp fight is going to be Toxic. And they're going to be sitting as a full squad. They're going to be the ones that are going to be outnumbering most of the teams that are here right now. All right, can Toxic get control of boot camp? Off at the long distance, you have Dope. That is going to be moving into the boot camp area. And the zone has still played, keeping boot camp dead center of the zone. We're going to see a lot of teams now that are going to be pushing towards the boot camp. May see them kind of stay out towards the Paradise Resort area just in case the zone does move. Entity Gaming up to 5 eliminations. And we've still got a lot that is going on inside boot camp. Dope pushing in. They do have a member that it looks like to be disconnected. Hopefully they can again rejoin, keeping Dope being a team of 3. Dope Hate has been eliminated, so this is going to be Dope being a team of 3 as they do enter the boot camp. But it looks like they're going to be just a duo right now. 2 Real just got dropped. Can Havoc come in and get the revive? Might be tricky. 2 Real down and out. Dope is quickly down and out. Boot camp has taken a lot of these teams tonight here. Fate still inside the boot camp with 3 eliminations, and they do have a member that is down. Can they get that revive? But we do have 2 teams that still remain. Toxic now. Let's jump over with Toxic. Loosh with the DBS in hand does get another elimination. Fate now down to 3. Loosh, the last man, still stands for Toxic. DBS in hand. Nicely done. Loosh coming in with a very clutch there and taking out Fate that is inside boot camp. Loosh is going to take control of boot camp now. Hopefully they can stay alive. Let's hop over with Counting a Star. They start out as a team of 3, now down to a duo. They do have 7 eliminations for the team. Paradise Resort and Boot Camp both still in the zone. Entity Gaming, 7 eliminations. Hunter is down. Let's go check out. Let's see. Is Hunter going to be able to get revived? Hunter could easily get revived, but it's going to be very challenging. They are out there in that blue zone. Ace still stands out there with Velocity. Velocity bot is down, and that blue zone is going to be hurting, so bot might go out to zone. Xnufifi, I might have definitely pronounced that wrong for sure. Coming in with a revive. Bot is going to be back up on their feet. This is going to be keeping a Velocity, a team of 3. Actually, a full squad. They're going to need to quickly grab some vehicles and get out of this area. They are out there in that blue zone. They do have 2 other members that's in zone. The zone is moving in. Wolf, looks like Wolf is going to take the long way into zone. Wolf is the last one, still stands for Entity Gaming. Six teams that remain. We could very well see a couple of these teams kind of take up those center buildings. Velocities are regrouping up there towards the north, looks like. Just kind of a northwest of Paradise Resort. They're going to regroup and be moving in. Opa with Counting a Star, a last one still stands. Counting Star with 7 eliminations for the team. Star with 2 eliminations, and they're a team of 3. Alright, the zone has reshifted. Boot Camp is no longer in play, neither is Paradise Resort, so with these 6 teams, there's not a lot of landmass left for these. Could very well maybe see a team kind of go out to the island. Not really much out there. They would be kind of almost sitting ducks out there if they ever need to try to get back to shore here. What's good making their way into zone. They are sitting as a full squad, 0 eliminations. They do have plenty of time, and they are rolling right up on a Star. And a Star is going to be losing 2 members, it looks like. So they're going to be down to just a member. And Lean, the last one, that is still going to be standing unless Lean can get a revive. Lean is going to be the last one, still stands for Star. Angelica coming in with a revive. Alright, what's good is going to be still stands as a full squad. They now have 2 eliminations. What's good and Velocity both are still stands as a full squad. Entity Gaming, Star, and Toxic, those 3 teams that are still in the game, but they are only a solo that is pushing forward, trying to keep the team alive, trying to get them in the top 3. And our zone shifts straight to the island. So now it is gonna be a race. Which team can get out there to that island and hold it down? Because there is no boats, there's nothing out there for these teams. So they're gonna be trying to swim out there to it. They may even try to stay on the outside, but if that zone closes in, the team that's gonna be out there on that island is gonna be able to control as what they can. Alright, what's good has the island. Now there is a boat there that a team can take, but again, it's going to be sitting out there, Wolf out there on the island as well. Alright, Velocity still sits as a full squad. They do have a member down, so Bot is down. Can they get the revive? Very well could get a revive on Bot, but that's going to be a long ways down, and it looks like they would have to actually go into the blue zone, up and around. Guts thought about getting that revive, but is not going to get out there. Wolf could very well eliminate what's good. being out there in the zone. We're down to 3 teams that remain. Iron Velocity is stuck, needing to push into the zone. Wolf hanging back, waiting for that prime opportunity to be able to take on what's good. Guts did get that revive. Alright, it is up to Wolf here. Can Wolf pull out a win? Trying to hide behind the tree. There's not a lot of cover. Does get a drop. This is a 1v1. And nicely done. Brings out that DBS right at last minute and is able to bring in Entity with the very first chicken dinner for tonight. Wolf put in some work with the 5 eliminations for the entire team. What's good coming in second? Velocity got stuck out there just on the outside of the zone trying to make their way to that island, but was unable to get there in time. A Star coming in 4th. Toxic coming in 5th. Counting Star coming in 6th. Fate coming in 7th. 4 Rogue Men coming in 8th. Kings of Heaven coming in at 9th. Nucleotide coming in 10th. Dope coming in 11th. Golden Fire coming in at 12th. Hated coming in at 13th. Twisted coming in 14th. Inhuman coming in 15th. Broken Spirits coming in 16th. Extreme Rain coming in at 17th. Red Alert coming in 18th. Rival 6 coming in 19th. And the Most Wanted coming in 20th. Going all out with 6 eliminations goes to Lush. Best Companion goes to Oxic with 2 revives. And Wolf dealing the final kill and taking on being a 2v1 and giving the chicken dinner for Entity Gaming. GG's to all of the teams tonight. Thank you so very much for coming out and supporting the stream and supporting these teams. They did an amazing job tonight. Did see a lot of action going on, a lot of fights, a lot of quick fights for that matter as well. We'll see y'all again next week, same time, same place. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday evening. Until next stream, guys, I will catch y'all later. Y'all have a wonderful night.